training before attending to Nanjing University of TCM for her master's degree. Then, he followed many female TCM doctors in performing Chinese medicine, but also works in emergency room and ICU department with integrative treating different diseases to uncover the common pattern between Chinese medicine and fundamental theory of Chinese medicine and conventional medicine. So next speaker, please welcome Dr. Wanzhu Hou.
Hi, everybody. Today is very great to meet everybody, international excellent Chinese medical practitioner. I'm so glad to meet Dr. Zhao and everybody, so. Okay, today, because time reason, we can briefly introduce our research. And I practice Chinese medicine and conventional medicine in China. Now it's 40 years. Because in the beginning, I'm thinking Chinese medicine is so great. Why we cannot explain and talk with a conventional medicine doctor on the same table? Why conventional medicine doctor always reject Chinese medicine, even we doing very well? We are so disappointed. So that's why we started to research what Chinese medicine diagnosis and what is conventional medicine diagnosis. What is the roots and the close points there in clinic? That will help patients and help Chinese medicine develop. That's why today we just briefly to introduce Chinese fundamental medicine in Chinese medicine and conventional medicine. What is close points there? And in treating treating cancer patients. But however, actually it's not only treat cancer patient, but it also have a patent for treating every disease. Everybody know that? That's pretty cell. It's cancer cell. We need to clean that cells out from our body. Actually, we know that our body will have immune system that have two functions. Immune system function, one for external, is for infection. That's from bacterial infection, virus infection, germ infection. But internally, immune system will take care of our cells. Well, if the cells be damaged, immune system will clean it out. New cell will be able to grow in. And if the cells have not such kind environments, allow the new cells growing, the cells maybe will mutate, become cancer cells. And why everybody have cancer cells is not everybody have cancer? Because immune system work on it. Clean the bad cell, mutated cells out. So protect our body far away from cancer cell. So you can see here, the immune system, the tumor cells formed, the natural killer cells will clean the tumor cell out. It's a natural process in our body. Even we don't know, during our sleep, the killer cells work there without the mind to control it. So, Chinese medicine, we always talk about yin and yang. In the clinic, always we say we need 辨证施治. What is 辨证? What is differentiation of symptoms and the sign to give the patient the treatments? Why? Chinese medicine have the same system with conventional medicine or not? Maybe I think just a different language, different communication. Because we talk about everybody we can see here can speak some Chinese, but some of the friends cannot. When the person in the beginning, we get Chinese, but English person speaking, that they cannot understand. So that means we cannot speak on the same table, on the same page to talk about one thing. So here, we through our research, found out exactly Chinese medicine is correct. And treat any disease is with yin and yang. Now we need to know what is yin and yang. It's very wide. Everything can be explained by yin and yang. So our human body, we can see the man is yang, woman is yin. Okay, we are completely one person. We can say yin and yang. And it depends on Chinese medical definition. That's yin is, we can say, that's is form, substance, and the yang is cannot seeable, substance. Everybody, no matter you, me, we coming from simple things, sperm and egg. Simple. That's yang and yin. We formed our body. So that's what we can see. When the cells, the fertility ovary going to the uterus, sit in the uterus, then growing, formed our body. So our body is coming from yin and yang, and growing become different system. No matter what system it is, everything based on cell, under their function. Then we can say, lymph cells in the body, that's yin and yang, that's a harmony, balance. If we just have cell without a function, what's it called? That's a dead yin. It's yin without yang. It's dead. And we can say if that's just a function without basic substance, it's not exist. So that's a yin and the yang separate. It cannot form the human body. So that's the basic cells we can see. Then we can see the structure of the cells, that's called yin. Its function, that's called yang. It's very clear. So every disease we can see that happens on cells. That's our yang, yin and yang. No matter what kind of disease you have that happen, that's caused, that's from infection or non-infection or injury. Just three reasons cause our body sick. No more. Chinese medicine and the West medicine is talk about the same three reasons. No extra. We can see, we can go back to learning from the fundamental Chinese medicine. That's what talk about the same thing, same with Chinese medicine and the conventional medicine. So when our cells damaged, no matter where, because the human body is growing with cells. The cells, no matter it's head or nail, no matter, or brain, liver, kidney, that's the cells. But that's the function is different. What's the difference? Same cell is the same, that's called yin. That's yang is different because that's the function different. That's coming from inside the organ, the cells organ. So the cells, when the initial damaged, that's what formed, swollen, the water retention inside of cell. In Chinese medicine, that's called qi or yang deficiency. Why? That's ATP, doesn't work, cannot bump the water out from the cells. So that's in conventional medicine, that's called cells swollen. In Chinese medicine, qi and the yang deficiency. Oh, qi and the yang is just a different degree and level. Yang is more severe than the qi. And some patients, when they develop, the fat tissues cannot bump out. That's what called fat cell. This fat cell, what's equal to Chinese medicine? That's called dampness. The fat tissues installed inside the body, in the cells, cannot function and burning that out. And what the next cells will become too? The cell shrunk. Like a person getting older, we can see the baby growing, the skin so good smoothly. And what is the older person? The skin shrunk, wrinkles. That cells apoptosis, shrunk, smaller. And then the cells broken. That's called necrosis. What's that cause that? The cells, the memories, is very weak and thinner, and eventually something damaged or immune system, disorder, damage the cell broken. Release contents in the local. That's called damp, and that's called yin deficiency because of the cells yin. The inside the contents, that's called damp. So that's Chinese medicine and conventional medicine. It's the same. And in the fundamental medicine, that's research. So that's why when the Chinese medicine practice in clinic, we can tell. We need to analyze the symptoms and the sign to give the treatments. Why? We can see the patient, the person, the burn with the cells will develop to the human body, to complete the human body. When the certain cells damage, because that's the human body is a holistic. Such kind of holistic will through the internal arrangements because of the same. So that's what show on your tongue, show on your pulse, show on your face. That's called holistic medicine. That's because the human body is a whole complete. Because me is different with him. Because my internal arrangements same with me. That's the aesthetic tongue will show my internal arrangements what changes. But in our hand. So we can see when the cells and damaged, we just explained that organism pollution in the local. So that's why we'll trigger more inflammation because the cell and the cell have communication inside of the body. That's why Chinese fundamental medicine that says when the pathology substance inside of the body, that is disease, result of the disease. But that's also the new reason can trigger new disease. The reason is when such kind of pathology stay inside of the body will trigger more inflammation, trigger more B cells. That's what we explain that what is B cell, T cells. And that's what try to clean, to bring such kind of fluid, thick, the fluid out of the body. But it can't because internal arrangements is messed up. So the thick fluid, viscous the fluid, that's called tan in Chinese medicine. Such kind of tan, Chinese medicine, that's talk about two different tan inside of the body. One, visible. Visible tan is producing from the bronchi. That's globate cells producing. And one invisible tan, that's from everywhere. Our cells damaged, pollution in the local and micro environments. So that's Chinese medicine and the conventional medicine, everything is matched in the fundamental medicine. So abnormal dilated fluid, that's called yin, is thick. The thick thing is it the body from the inflammation. It's watery. Chinese medicine called it yin in Chinese medicine here. And also, this microcirculation be blocked. And because of the inflammation, microcirculation will support our tissues, nutrition, and oxygen. But when inflammation happens, local sites, the circulation will be blocked. Such kind of blocked, all the new cells cannot, producing from the sites because the fiber growing quicker, faster than new cells. Such kind of process, pathology change, in Chinese medicine called blood stasis. And when the antigen and the thinking the antibody, because the antibody just 100% and match inside of the body. So that's why just one antigen will trigger the other antibody to attack it. So that's very complicated by conventional medicine. And there's such kind of inflammation in Chinese medicine that's called fire. That's have a different two fires. One fire is sufficiency, it's acute inflammation. And the insufficiency is cells degeneration. When the cells degenerate, that will trigger the immune system attack again. That's called chronic inflammation. That's called insufficiency fire. And we just talk about that. And cell and the cells that have communication. Such kind of communication, one cell infection die will affect the connected cells. That cells cannot live well. That will be damaged. And also let's have a short distance communication. Such kind of communication is like our nervous system. Neuron transmitter from one side go to the other side. So, and also we have a long distance communication. Such kind of communication is hormone and immune system. That's also belong to the cells communication. So we can tell so many diseases all caused by inflammation. Inflammation can cause everything, every disease. If we control the inflammation, we can treat almost every disease. Okay, so then that's very simple and easy in Chinese medicine and the conventional medicine in treatment in the clinic. That's what developed that. That's called swollen. In clinic, we can see from outside, we know inside our body changes. So Chinese medicine, we from outside to know inside pathology change is same with conventional medicine. Because Chinese medicine say we have inside exactly what show outside. Fat tissues. Now the brain shock, we can see that's Alzheimer's disease. And then that's what we can see the cells apoptosis because the internal organs still working function, but the cells were shrunk because smaller. And the necrosis because the cells pollution inside the body, inflammation there. And now it's different with necrosis and apoptosis because the cells different change. And we can see apoptosis, the cells get shrunk, smaller. Anti-aging, that's just for the cells can stay well, this apoptosis better. And necrosis, we can talk about it, how we can treat cancer. So the tongue, the signs is outside, we can see from the body. The sign tell us the cells starting to degeneration and inflammation. Now we can see everybody to know that. That's what dampness and the yin deficiency, the cells necrosis. And this one, purples, and also the cells. You can see the yin deficiency and also blood stasis, dampness. The vein under the tongue, we can see the blood stasis from outside of body. Now reddish. We can see yin deficiency and also dampness and heat, yellowish. Yin deficiency with the dampness. So yin deficiency. So heat, It's inflammation disease. So we can see Chinese medicine, and it's different. It's the same with conventional medicine. Doesn't have no any different with that, because one is from the inside and the outside we can see. So with this form, you can see exactly Chinese medicine and the conventional medicine is the same of the pathology change. And then we can see what's Chinese medicine? Talk about the zhen. Why we have the bian zhen shi zhen? What is the zhen? Yes, the zhen is including our cells change. The cells swollen, fat, apoptosis, necrosis. The cells change. Only cells here to change. And the internal environments, because that have a different environments here, we have to clean the internal environments. The new cells able to grow it. Last year 2015, that was talked about the cells can regeneration inside of the body. That's get a Nobel Prize. That Chinese medicine already talked 1,000 years ago, yin growing and the yang raising. So that's why yin and the yang, the balance inside of the body. And regarding to cancer patients, we have to treat the cancer with Chinese medicine because we need to clean internal environments to help cells regeneration. That's can kill the disease from the theory. And the cancer with treatments, so that's why just the 2 steps. In one cell itself, treat cell itself, otherwise treat internal environments. Only 2 things. The bian zhen, the zhen is including internal environments change and the cells condition. So here we can tell the immune system. Immune system just the cell and the cells communication. Because when the cells get damaged, so the information will send to the immune system. Immune system have 2 cells, T cell, B cells. T cells have like a regulated T cells will stimulate the B cells growing when you have inflammation growing. So when the T cells, you can see that will increase B cells when have inflammation signs, will get the antibody with antigen, will cause inflammation inside of the body. If we control the inflammation here, well backwards, the inflammation cannot send inflammation to stimulate the regulated T cells. Well, T cell will stimulate more control. That's called natural killer cells growing. So that's why body have them adjust themselves very well. We just control 1 point, they will balance by themselves. For more information, you can buy this book. We already published, so that you can know more detail regarding to autoimmune disease and cancer. How we can practice, we control 1 point, other points will follow us to get the regulation. So the treatment is just we can see we can meditate the immune system with the cells regulation. They have the communication, cells communication. We control the information, communication will be correct one. That's what we need. And actually, in treat cancer patients, we just have 3 principles. In the beginning, the patients, just diagnosis with cancer because their body very strong. So we need to eliminate the shed, then to get the internal environments clear and damaged cells will be formed. And cannot use tonification because we back to go to like this one. When we tonification, that will stimulate the T cells. The cells function will get stronger. And because the cells we have inflammation there, will stimulate B cells growing quicker and faster, cause more inflammation, damage more cells. That's why it's better way to get treatments there. So that's why I cannot use tonification in the files, up. That's the stage. And that's one thing that tell us when the body have fire, we cannot use tonification. That's our reason. So in the second grade, when the patient was sick a while, and zhen qi is deficiency, then we can try to use a little tonification with eliminate the xie, such kind of treatments. When the patient is very weak, end of the such kind of stage, maybe we can use some tonification for our patient, ensure our treatment success. Such kind of treatments, so actually that's called 辩证施治. Our 辩证 process just follow the patient different pathology change to give the correct treatments that need the patient's condition to go to normal size. So everybody will have like such kind of experience, so that's why it's not specifically. And the very important things is we needed to know how we can stimulate the immune system. Why we stimulate the immune system? We can control the inflammation or what else? Because the immune system, T cells just have 2% all day long in the body. So when we stimulate it, we're producing either way T cells or like B cells, because the T regulated cell depends on which way they want to go. So when you have the inflammation inside the body, so we cannot tonification. That's the reason. So that we get several, the patient gets success. Even the patient, will die. The stage 4, the cancer patient now follow us over 16 years. It's cancer free. That means if we correctly use Chinese medicine, 辩证, know what is yin and yang, we'll get a success. So I hope not delay everybody lunch. Okay.
And only 2 questions can be asked as before because of time issues.
I think I'm loud enough without the microphone. I just like to make a point. When you say a bridge before Chinese and conventional medicine, do you mean between Chinese and Western medicine? So, can you answer that, please?
What your question is? Sorry.
When you say a bridge before Chinese and conventional medicine, do you mean between Chinese and Western medicine?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I like to say this bridge is very difficult to bridge. And that is fundamentally because of the language itself and the culture itself. It's all very well that you can speak and understand English and you can converse the Chinese meaning into the English language. But it's very difficult for a Westerner who cannot understand Chinese culture and Chinese language. For example, your yin and yang. That is the Chinese word, very difficult to translate it into a meaningful English language. And there's many more if you go into the whole Chinese medicine itself. Many terminologies, when you translate it into English, it is meaningless and very difficult for them to accept. However, I just like to draw my own conclusion. The Chinese medicine actually is far more superior than the Western medicine in treating internal disease. Because many years ago, before X-ray, scan, MRI machine invented, and yes, the Chinese can look at your exterior features and be able to diagnose your internal problems. And for that reason, I think Chinese medicine is far more superior. However, to bridge the difficulty in cultural and language, I think it will take a long time to reach that.
Yes, thank you for your question. That's I'm thinking because in the clinic I practice Chinese medicine and conventional medicine for 40 years. That's why I can both little by little understand what they're talking about. Actually, finally, I mix them together. It's simple and easy because which level we have to reach to, where Chinese medicine targeted to. So that's why when we understand that, then we not difficult to understand how smart Chinese medicine, Chinese people in the like ancient. That time they have no X-ray, no MRI, no oxygen. They know such kind of terminology. We just use a different terminology. Now we continue such kind of terminology. What is Western medicine talk about? In the fundamental medicine, they talk about the same. That's why we can see, okay, both medicine is talk about the same thing, same. In the fundamental medicine, But in the treatment, this will be totally different. Because of the time reason, we cannot discuss so much here. Because if we have an interesting, we could talk later.
Okay, thank you.
I looked at your book for the treatment of autoimmune, and when I compare your book with the management, the Professor Shen Pian, the management of autoimmune diseases, I found some differences between your formula, your herbal formula, and his. Is it because he lived in the East and you live in the West?
Doesn't matter what kind of the herbal medicine they use or what kind of the acupuncture points they use. But in Chinese medicine, for example, channel, we could lose such kind of points, but we do not lose such kind of channel. Points we can also find. We didn't choose different points, but we choose same channel. And the same with Chinese herbal medicine. We can use a different formula, but we use different level of the traditional Chinese medicine. For example, it's like a more blood stasis, remove blood stasis. We can use the patent such kind of herbal medicine. We can use other things. And but just a different degree, So same. For example, you do not use such kind of the herbal medicine, or we can use the patent herbal medicine, or I can use by myself. So everybody can use different things, but main thing is there. That's why we do not talk about focus to such kind of treatment formula, but we just talk about why we need to use such kind of treatment.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Okay, thank you again for our speaker, Dr. Wanzhu, and one of our chair, Professor Zhang. Now it's our lunch time. Our lunch will serve